If you're still buying Burna Boy tickets in 2025, 2026, and so forth, you're weird.
I'm so glad that people are finally seeing Burna Boy the way that I've seen him for years. Okay.
So this was Burna's show last night, and there were a lot of empty seats.
About 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, it was said that Burna Boy halted the show because he spotted a particular lady sleeping. A lady who, after the show, even came around to let us know the reason why she was sleeping. And Burna Boy said, no, she needs to leave because he cannot permit someone sleeping in the show.
So when I stand up here and I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me, this is me to fuck off, man. You understand? So please take her the fuck home. Yeah? Fast now. Take her home, take her home, take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more song until you take her home, bro.
And so he discharged them with the whole crowd cheering. And so they left, right? Now, after that, he was met with a huge backlash. And a lot of celebrities called him out. People were like, man, the disrespect is a lot. And then it kind of affected his shows, you know, his subsequent tours in this No Sign of Weakness tour. You know, he just dropped that album No Sign of Weakness months ago, and then he has been promoting the album ever since then. In fact, I want to show you this video on where Academics himself was like, man, what's happening? Check out the video.
Oh, this kind of looks full.
If you discuss your past with your body, I can fight for that too. I'm telling you that to do.
Everyday party. I mean, from these videos, it doesn't look empty. I don't know. Let me look. I'll look at the ticket sales. Burna Boy tour. What's it called? What's this tour called? Let me look at Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster. Okay, he's going to Dallas. When is it? Tonight? Let's look at his Minneapolis sales. Let's look at Chicago. Yeah, Chicago got to sell out, right? Let's see. If we see a lot of blue, it means unsold. Whoa. Yeah. Really? Wow. Wait, are these resale tickets? Maybe they're resale. No fucking way. Bro, the nigga did a stadium, bro. Oh, these are standard. Yeah, these are not even resale. Wow. Let me see the floor. Can I see the floor? Oh no, the floor is just it's standing room. He's not charging that much. You get a VIP thing. Wow. No fucking way. Let's see Atlanta. Atlanta got to be busting. Atlanta's like Wakanda, right? And he from Nigeria, the real Wakanda. Let's see. Really? Well, let me look at Dallas tonight. Tonight's Dallas. He's at Dallas right now tonight. Wow. Really? I'm going to this show. I'm in that bitch. I can't lie to you. I'm in that bitch. This got to be sold out. Yeah, a little bit better. I think he's trying to do a 360 stage. Like, look at his sections. I mean, it is like 2 weeks away. But damn, fuck. Is this show just not doing good? I know overseas. All right, let me look at Toronto. Toronto got to be, like, sold out. They usually appreciate niggas like him more in overseas markets. I don't know. Wow. Yo, Burna Boy, don't worry, man. They gifted me like 8 tickets. I'm gonna ask for 8 more because there's a lot of space. I'm gonna bring my family. I'm gonna be up in that shit. Don't worry, Burna Boy. If they ain't rocking with you, I'm rocking with you, gang. Damn. Oh man. Oh man, I didn't know this shit. Fuck, bro. I'm telling you, Citi Field. He sold out Citi Field. It's in 2023. Look, he becomes the first ever African artist to sell out a stadium in the U.S. He did this. And when I seen that, I said, this is like a huge step for like Afrobeats and for like, you know, Nigerian artists, because, bro, this dude is Nigerian and he's coming over here and doing a stadium in the fucking U.S. But maybe it was because of, you know, Last was big. But still, he's still performing these songs. And I love that album. Love Damini. Jesus. Is this tickets not selling? Someone said, man, I'm about to refund my Burna Boy tickets before he comes slap me for yawning during the set. Yeah. Oh, somebody pointed out his show at 8:30, not even a quarter of his tickets been sold. No. The latest tracking data indicates 4,721 tickets sold for Burna Boy's shit at the airlines center, the American Airlines Center today, out of 10,000. Okay, so it's 45% sold. The full venue capacity is 20, but this setup uses half. Oh. All right, anyway. Burna Boy, I love you. Yo, Burna Boy, hey, I'll pop up to a couple shows. Let me throw it on the gram, man. Let's heat it back up. Let's heat that shit back up, brother.
Now that's the video over there. That academics reacting to the ticket sales, and he's surprised, you know, like what's happening exactly. Are people trying to cancel Burna Boy? I want to take you through a series of comments here and there from TikTok videos that I came across, and where they said, you know what, Burna Boy deserves what he's getting. If the people are not actually buying the tickets, yes, they shouldn't buy. In fact, even a woman went ahead to say that women should not even buy Burna Boy's ticket. If any woman is buying Burna Boy's ticket in this 2025 and 2026, then, you know, it's weird. It's weird. I'll play the videos for you so you check them out.
So this was Burna's show last night, and there were a lot of empty seats. You see, life is all about action and reaction, and for every action there is consequence. Sometimes it's okay to humble some people. I'm not saying this from a place of, you know, anger or hatred or whatsoever. It's just the order of life. Sometimes people need to be humbled. They need to be reminded who they are and where they came from. Because when you get to that cliff top where you believe you've achieved everything and nothing else matters, and those little contributions that summed up your entire career, you can choose to disregard them, you know, and maybe be condescending to your fans. This is a consequence of it. I think this is the second concert with so much empty rows, I believe.
If you're still buying Burna Boy tickets in 2025, 2026, and so forth, you're weird. Because why is a woman who spent her own money to go to a concert kicked out and humiliated and embarrassed in front of a crowd of hundreds of people, probably even more, from Burna Boy on his microphone telling her to leave because she fell asleep during the concert? She spent her own money. Who cares? That's like saying, I just bought this sweater and then I cut up the sweater the day I bought it. And then now the company's trying to be like, oh, you're banned from ever buying from the company because you cut the sweater. I bought the sweater with my own money. I can do what I want with this sweater. I think we're missing the plot. And especially as a woman, to continue supporting Burna Boy even throughout the years of his weird and very creepy, misogynistic, just very like abusive behavior, you're weird. It gets to a point. On top of that, the woman came out that she's battling depression because the father of her daughter passed away, and she went to the concert to have a little fun in her life for once. And he took forever to come out, apparently. And she fell asleep, even if there was no reason behind it, even if she wasn't battling depression, even if she was just fell asleep at the concert. Who cares? Who cares? But you are going to get on a public with your microphone, thousands of people, hundreds of people, and humiliate her and kick her out of your concert because she fell asleep. You're weird. Disgusting.
I'm so glad that people are finally seeing Burna Boy the way that I've seen him for years, okay? Because I've had a one-sided beef with this man since 3 years ago, I believe. I was in Lagos. He had a concert. He had hosted a concert for New Year's Eve. And the whole thing was that he was coming home and he was hosting a concert for his people. It started, I believe, at 10 p.m. The man didn't show up till 4 a.m., okay? At like 1:30, 2 a.m., I looked at my mom, I looked at my cousins, I was like, let's go. Because it had become a mosh pit. It had become so dangerous and it just felt so disrespectful. Apparently, he showed up at 4 a.m. and he started insulting people. Yeah, he started insulting people. And in my mind, I was like, we need to have more self-respect as Nigerians. He should have showed up to an empty stadium. Like, nobody should have been there. And thank God the people of Houston have some self-respect. Because the way this man has been biting the hand that feeds for so long, he is so disrespectful to Nigerians. And he is so disrespectful whenever he performs in Nigeria that I've spent 3 years just biting my tongue being like, I don't know why people even give this man the time of the day or any attention or any respect. He does not respect his fans. He does not like his fans. He looks down on his fans. He insults his fans. He told people that apparently people were talking shit about his mom or something like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't know who your mom is, sir. Show up to a concert that people paid for you to perform. Like, I think he forgets that, like, he's, like, we're paying you for a service. You need to provide that service. You were, like,
Now that you've seen these videos and you've checked them out to see, I mean, what's your own take, because I mean, we have to be very honest, no matter how it is, like one of the videos I played for you, the guy there who said that, once in a while you need to still remind people that they are still human beings regardless of the position or their height in the society. It doesn't matter how affluent you may become, you still have to remember that it was people that made you who you are, and it's so sad that Burna Boy himself seems to have forgotten or doesn't even care at all. And like I say, I mean, I think his PR team just seems to be very bad, because what he should have simply done was just apologize straight up, right? I think there's no need for you to go back and forth trying to make us feel as though maybe you're a victim of a circumstance which you created yourself. But Burna Boy has continued to, give out several tweets that I find very funny and hilarious, because all you need to do, like I say, is simply say, you know what, I am sorry for what happened. In fact, even make it part of your next show. You make it part of your next show by saying, all right, you bring the couples over, you keep them out there, and then you say, you know what, I apologize sincerely and I will give you guys a special treat. And the whole world will forgive you and get over the whole thing. But instead of that, you begin to give excuses and say certain things that are so funny. Let me hear your take in the comment section. Let me hear what it is you have to say about the Burna Boy issue. The last time I talked about it, somebody was like in the comment section, like, man, it's Burna, now it's Burna Boy. Man, it's Burna, but still, Burna Boy needs to understand that regardless of the fact that he's Burna Boy, he's still a human being like all of us, and every human deserves to be treated fairly. And the woman came around, when she came, she gave the reason why she even slept there. I think she had lost a loved one, and so she had been indoor for a while and was thinking about, where she would just go clear her head. And then I would say, fortunately, she found Burna Boy's show as a very good place for her to clear her head, and she fell asleep. She dozed off. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know. Every day people come up with different kind of character and attitudes and make us believe that you shouldn't be doing this and that. It's funny that some people even applauded that move and like, man, it's his show, you're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. But they paid for the show. They paid for the show. That's something that a lot of people are forgetting, which really amazes me and makes me wonder why, for goodness sake, you still have to justify Burna Boy's action. Man, let's just see what it is you have to say. It's a whole lot. I think I even came across a fake, I will call it fake though, because it showed that Burna Boy's shows have been cancelled, and I'm wondering if the show truly has been cancelled, because I had to go down to Google it to check if Burna Boy's show is being cancelled. The tour, I think in his subsequent tours, if they are being cancelled, but fortunately they are not. Though the ticket sales, it has been affected. As it seems as though it's being boycotted, and subsequently people are still planning to, just maybe cancel is the word, But then I don't want to see my man Burna Boy fall. He's a great artist. He's a very great artist, and it wouldn't make sense for him to self-destruct, and ruin his own career with his own bare hands. I hope he fixes it up. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet, and also do subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and share my work. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Great Deep Entertainment Vlog. And that's it from me to you right now. And guess what? I'm out.